Hey folks, welcome to class. So let's get stuck straight into the show. We're going to go into our cat-cow mobility drill to get the body prepared. So come onto your hands and knees. Go this way. All right. Alignment first. Shoulder, wrist, straight elbow. Knee, hip, vertical. From here, on the inhale, belly down, eyes forward. On the exhale, press into both hands, spread shoulder blades, tuck tail, draw belly into the spine. Inhale, belly down, eyes forward. Exhale, press into the hands, arms straight, tuck tail. Breathing in and breathing out. Nice and smooth. No need to rush. You can follow my pace. We can go a little quicker than me or a little slower. It's all good. Okay, from here, let's go into some wag tail. So back to the horse stance and then side to side movement. Get a nice side stretch. Side stretch. Rib cage towards the hip. Breathing out as you look over your shoulder. And then circle. So just kind of create a circle through the spike, moving through cat, cow, wag, tail in a combined movement. And then go back the other way. Rolling through the spine. From here, child's pose. Hips back onto the heels, arms pressing into the hands, and palms pressing into the floor. Okay, elbows down, shoulders away from ears, spin into your elbows towards the floor. Now big breath into the belly. As you breathe out, sink your tailbone down between the heels. And you can adjust your child's pose. You go a little bit deeper if you want to. So I can get a nice back stretch. From here, roll back up through cat. Make your way to horse stance. Round one of our bird dogs. So we're going to lift your right leg up in the air, breathe in, hold it up. As you breathe out, push into the foot, squeeze your butt, press into both hands, long neck. Release the leg, the left side, inhale, lift. Exhale, squeeze, hold. Release the leg. Let's keep this pattern going. The idea here is that we want to get the whole body engaged. So you're creating an unstable environment by lifting one leg in the air, which makes you want to dump to one side. So you're going to keep your belly and core muscles active. Keep pressing into the hand, push into the foot, draw the belly button in, all at the same time. It takes a little while to kind of coordinate all the movements together, but with practice, it becomes really natural. Inhale with your left leg. Don't forget your head, keep your neck long, tuck the chin, eyes just in front of the hands. Don't look forward yet. Let's do one more either side. Lift. Exhale, press. Release. Left leg, lift. Exhale, press. And let it go. Come back into your child's pose. Or alternatively, you can do rabbit where the elbows are folded in, just in front of the knees. This is a bit more a gentle one, and you can also rest your head down on your hands if you prefer. Just enjoy the stretch. Gentle, smooth breath. Okay, now from here, make your way back up onto your hands and knees. We're going to bird dog to knee to elbow. So it starts off the same. You're going to lift your right leg up, breathe in. And then on the exhale, bring the knee and elbow together. Same leg, inhale, lift. You can point the toe or you can push into the heel, as long as you're doing either. Okay, inhale, lift, point the toe or push over the heel. Exhale, elbow. One more time, lift, elbow. Release. Other side. Lift your left leg, breathe in. Breathe out to the elbow. So you're creating a little bit of that cat shape. And then inhale, going back to more of a neutral spine. Exhale, elbow. Inhale, long leg. If you're in bird dog, and then exhale, you're in cat with one knee moving towards the elbow. Two more. And then relax. Reset the leg. Come down to child's pose. Have a play around. Maybe take your knees wider. Maybe bring closer together. But really activating the arms, press into the palms. So when you push on the palms, it pushes your hips back. Deepens the stretch. Good. Okay. Round 3. So we're going to go back to the same movement. We're going to add a little more height and more of a cow movement into it. We're going to activate the lower back a bit more here. With both your right leg, you're going to inhale your leg out long and then go up a little bit higher. And then bring the knee across the opposite shoulder. And then same leg, up, long, and just a little higher. And then across towards the opposite elbow or shoulder. 2, 3, 4, 5. Reset to the other side. Left leg lift. Go a little higher. And then exhale. Come across towards the opposite elbow or shoulder. Inhale, lift. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. And relax. Child's pose. Bring it back down again. Now we're going to do moving child's pose to seal. So from here, tuck your chin and roll up. So move through cat first. When the shoulders stack the hips, bring your hips forward. Arms straight, squeeze your butt. And you're in back bend and seal. Press into the hands so your chest is up, or shoulders away from the ears. Now push into the hands and pull your belly button into your spine at the same time and roll yourself back through child's pose. Now you can stay in child's pose or just draw back into seated kneeling position here. So really good for your knees and ankles as a little stretch. And then kind of fold forward, slide your hands out, palms down. I'll continue to roll up. Hips forward, squeeze your butt, chest up. Should be able to look from side to side. And then press into the hands, pull your belly button in towards your spine, press back into child's pose. Stay in child's pose, or you can walk your hands back and then draw your belly button in and then roll back up, shoulders away from the ears, back to nice neutral position. Keep it going. Slide the hands out, long child pose, roll up, hips forward, squeeze the butt, press into the hands, chest up. Okay, then use your arm strength, push back in the hand, draw the belly button in, back in the child's pose, stay in child's pose, or walk your hands back. And then restack your shoulders over your hips. Do it one more time. There we go. Arms down, roll up, seal, press back, child's pose. And then walk your hands back. So you're in a kneeling position. And then just pause here. Yep. All right, so we're going to do a lowering down tricep exercise into a back bend. So we basically go through the movement again. So we're going to come up here and we roll up the cat and then come into horse stance. And then bring hips forward so your back is straight, belly engaged, abs on. And then lower it down, elbows brushing the side of the body, chest to the floor, and then inhale with the chest up. Doing a little back bend, exhale down. Let's do 3 of those. Inhale, chest up. Exhale down. Inhale, chest up. Exhale down. Now, tuck your elbows in, and then you're going to press into the palms. Breathe in. Breathe out, press in the palms. Push up. Get back into child's pose. And then slowly walk your hands back to your knees. Roll back up into your kneeling position. Okay, let's do it again. Slide the hands out. Roll up. Bring hips forward. Push up position, abs on tight, squeeze your butt, keep your elbows tucked in, lower down slowly. So arms, 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 land the chest and the belly on the floor, and then 5 extensions. Inhale, lift, 1. Exhale down. Now use your back, not your hands. It's not a press with the hands. Inhale, lift. Exhale, release. 3 more, up. Out. In. Squeeze your butt, squeeze your back. Long spine, out. Last 1. Up. Exhale, release. Now, before you come back into our child's pose flow, point your elbows behind you, roll your shoulders up, back, and away from the ears. Okay, press into the palms and push up on the exhale. Push up. So you're using your arms properly. Okay, shift back into your hips into child's pose. Feel free to stay in child's pose or walk your hands back so you're in kneeling position. Okay, little breath. Inhale, nose. Exhale slowly. Okay, let's do another round. Okay, hands come out. Roll up through, lowering down through the tricep push-up. Okay, now adding in the legs. So we're going to inhale the chest and the legs off the floor. 1, release. Inhale, 2, release. Now as you lift up, reach your right hand out to the front. Inhale, lift, right hand out. Exhale, release, come back. Now left hand, inhale, lift, reach your left hand out. Exhale, come back. Keep alternating right and left. Inhale up. Exhale, release. Left. Release. Okay, let's do 4 more. Lift it up. Reach the hand out, turn the thumb up, elbow straight, then pull back. Inhale, lift. Exhale, hold. Then release at the bottom of the exhale. 1 more either side. Inhale up. Exhale, hold. Keep reaching. Pull back. Last one. Up. Reach. Pull back. Okay, so point your elbows behind you, shoulder roll behind. Okay, breathe in, breathe out, press back up. Nice and strong. Walk your hands to the middle, child's pose. Pause here. And then walk your hands back to center. Come up to kneeling. Good. Back sequence done. Grab a drink of water. It's quite hot, bit muggy. We go into our core sequence. Make your way onto your back. When you arrive, just bring your knees up into the chest. Have a hug out. So when you're doing this, you can hop onto your knees. Let the arms go straight. It's a little cool kind of an anatomical thing. So if you're just holding this in front of the knees, let your arms go straight. That'll create a nice vertical line in your hip. All right, so it's very kind of balanced. And you can just hold here and then just breathe and relax. You might want to roll a little bit side to side, or even knees in the chest type situation. Knees in the chest type situation. Just loosen off the lower back. Do what feels good. So we're going to go into our first round of low sit-ups. Okay. So the low sit-up, all you need to focus here is just getting the tips of your shoulder blades off the floor. That's as high as you need to go up. And we're going to use our arms to help facilitate that. So start hands by your side, knees bent, feet flat. On the inhale, reach the arms overhead, back hands to the floor. Good shoulder mobility. On the exhale, lift your head, tuck your chin, and reach the hands towards the back of your legs. Push your lower back on the floor. Rib down, abs on tight, and reach. Good. Then roll back, inhale. Roll up, exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more. Inhale. Exhale. Relax. So the sit-up typically gets the upper fibers of the abdominal wall. So think kind of like from your belly button up to your ribs. Okay, so now I'm going to do leg levers, which kind of works the lower fibers of the abdominal wall. So think from belly button down to the pubic bone. So one or two legs, what you're going to do here is shoulders away from ears, ankles on the floor, bottom rib down, abs on tight. Okay, lift on the inhale, one or two legs up, knees straight over the hip, and then lower down slowly as you breathe out. 4, 3, 2, 1. Touch down, reset, up, inhale, exhale down. 4, 3, touch down. Okay, 2 more of these. So as you're lying down, it's going to want to make your lower back arch and lift up. So you use your abs to keep your back still and strong. 2, 1, last one, up, down, 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 and down. Beautiful. Now combine movement. So low sit up first, breathe in, reach arms overhead. Breathe out, low sit up, hold. Now 1 or 2 legs up, inhale. Now keep the sit up as you lower your legs down. 4, 3, 2, 1. Roll back, inhale. Roll up, exhale. Legs up, inhale. Lower down, exhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. 2 more times. Roll back, breathing in. Breathing out, up. Lift the legs. Lower down. 4, 3, 2, 1. Last one. Up. Lift. Down. 2, 1. Relax. Okay. Gentle leg rolls from side to side. Just let your legs kind of roll side to side. Arms are out by your side. Turn the palms up, shoulders away from your ears. And just keep the shoulders connected to the floor as you're rolling. Doesn't matter how far the legs go towards the ground. If they get to the floor, that's fine. If they're not getting to the floor, it's not a problem. You're warming up the rotation of the spine. So the obliques, the side abdominal muscles do the rotation, the turning or the twisting. And plus all the little muscles that go up and down the spinal column, they work together. At the same time, you mobilize all the spinal joints, the facet joints. This is where one vertebrae connects to the other vertebrae. And so we're just giving them a gentle loosening up. So not everything needs to be really hard or intense. It can be very gentle and very relaxing. It's very beneficial to promote oiling of the joints, lubricating the muscles and what we call the connective tissue, facilitating like a nice calming response in the body, all the good things. Okay, come back to center. All right, let's build on our static hold. So starting hands by your side, you're going to breathe in, breathe out, come up, low sit up, hold. Now lift your legs up, hold. Now 1 or 2 legs out, hold, pull back in, hold, release. Got it? Let's do it again. So sit up, hold, 1 or 2 legs up, hold, 1 or 2 legs out, hold, knees back in, hold, release the sit up. So really keeping this abs on all the way through. Okay, again, sit up, reach the hands, tuck the chin, lower back on the floor, lift the legs, 1 or 2 legs out, hold, back in, hold, release. Okay, slowly extending the holds. Okay, sit up, hold, keep breathing when you're holding, don't hold the breath. Legs up, hold, 1 or 2 legs out, hold, back in, hold, release. We'll do one more round. Okay, sit up, hold, got a smile, legs up, legs out, keep reaching the hands, abs on, tuck your chin, strong, 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 knees back in, release. Whew, nice, grab your knees. Okay, so when you're doing this one, so just a little roll side to side, or loosen the back up a little bit. You can kind of use your arms and just gently pull your knees in and release. Okay. Do that with the exhale particularly. So as you're pulling your knees in, breathe out. Breathe in, let the arms and leg move away from the body. Good. Your ankles will roll. Okay, let's do another round. So this one, we're going to come straight up into our position. So we come straight up to here, hold. Now, right leg out, hold. Left leg out, hold. Right leg in, hold. Left leg in, then release. Okay, do it again. So set, out, out, in, tap down, 3 more, up, out, doesn't matter which leg you start with, out, in, down, again, set up, point the foot, knee straight, abs on, knee back in, release. 1 more, up, out, in, and touch down, relax. So just that static hold in the core, really, really good training. Okay. It's called the hollowed out position. So when you come to low sit up, this is often called the hollowed out position. So you're creating like a little kind of a hollow shape. Really, really good for your abdominals. Now back to our leg rolls. So this time, walk your feet in closer. Okay, now glue your knees together, heels together, hands out wide. Now roll them over on the inhale. Now going to use your obliques on the top here. Exhale and pull back by tensioning the abs on the top. Now go the other side. Inhale. This time abs on the top rib. So think rib to the hip. Okay, these muscles here, squeeze, pull back. So really getting those side muscles on. Inhale, roll. Exhale, squeeze. Use that mind-muscle connection. So put your mind in the muscle. Exhale, squeeze. Skeletal muscles, so the muscles for movement are all what they call voluntary conscious control. So you can take over the driving steering wheel of a muscle and say squeeze and contract in practice.
you can facilitate more contraction or more activation of the muscle by just thinking about the muscle you want to turn on. So top rib to hip, that whole section there, that's the obliques. As you breathe out, think squeeze. And that'll pull the whole hip and knees back into the middle. Other side, inside, rotate. Exhale, squeeze. Good. One more either way. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Fantastic. Okay, grab your knees, take a hug. And then go into a bridge pattern. Okay, so bring the feet to the floor, flat knees, flat feet, knees bent. Okay, train track your feet so your toes aren't pointed out, they're nice and parallel. Okay, and then you're going to flatten your lower back first, tuck your tailbone under, and then lift up from the tailbone through the spine so you feel the weight shoot to the shoulder blades. Butt muscles are active. Okay, some muscles are active, but also you're starting to engage your lower back. So front and back are working. And then as you roll back down, you're going to keep your pelvic bowl tucked under. So when you roll through the spine, at the bottom, you release that pelvic bowl. So the pelvic bowl kind of will tilt what we call posteriorly. So as you flatten your back, the pelvic bowl tilts. So these bones here move towards your ribs. Okay, good. Then lift the tailbone up, squeeze your butt, push into the feet, lift up to the shoulder blades, pause there. So that keep that pelvic tilt on as much as possible. And then as you roll down, keep it on, 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 right to the bottom. And then at the bottom, when you feel your lower back touch the floor, release it and let that pelvic bowl come back to neutral. So you'll have in the bottom here, your natural arch. Okay, so if you give your butt a bit of wriggle and then shoulders a bit of wriggle, you find your natural kind of lumbar arch. When you start, you flatten and you close that space down, and that creates the roll, lift up, and then you roll back down again. So just play with that, explore, be curious. If you're new to kind of like this movement, it can feel pretty clunky when you're starting. That's cool, just a bit of practice like anything. Okay, remember, repetition is the mother of learning. So what we want is good quality repetitions, layering practice. So over time, you can build up the skill. And all these movements are just skills. Just take a little bit of practice. And after a while, you go from having to think about it really intensely to it goes into the hard drive and your body remembers what to do. And then that frees up and kind of you RAM for doing other things. But this bridge exercise is one of the best things you can do for your back, hips, upper back, spine, glutes. Very, very functional movement. It's got a good effect on the blood pressure. It's actually decreasing blood pressure. The relaxing, calming posture. Lots of benefits to it. Good, roll back down. Okay, enough of that one. All right, now single leg hip stretch. So grab one knee and just kind of hug it into the chest. Maybe take it out towards the armpit and just find the sweet spot. Okay, good. So keep that hug there so you can stay there. The next step, if you want it, take your other leg out straight and kind of point the toe and push your knee down. So you're doing two things. You're pulling knee in and then the other leg is stretching out. So this leg is here. It's not floppy. It's active and it's engaged. And the next step, if you want, is come up into a sit-up hold. So you're doing a sit-up, so the abs are on, lower back into the floor, tuck your chin, and you're holding this position. 3, 2, 1. Okay, lie back, same knee. You're going to grab the outside of the knee, and you're going to roll it over to the side. Stretch your other arm out, palms to ceiling, and you're getting a nice hip stretch. This top knee, no need for it to come down to the floor unless you can naturally get there. You might find after a while that you start to find more space. Typically, the stretching focus is in the top butt, down the outside of the leg and across the hip, maybe even into this chest, particularly if you stretch the arm out. Now think about breathing into the ribs. So on the inhale, feel these top ribs lift up a little bit as you breathe in. And when you breathe out, just let them go. Relax, relax, relax. And you'll notice the leg will sink deeper into your hip stretch. Keep doing that until you find you get to your end range of movement, and then you just hold and breathe. Good. Okay, come back to the middle. Let's repeat that sequence on the other side. A little micro hip bridge, come back to center. Okay, grab your left knee. Okay, have a bit of explore. I personally like to go knee towards the armpit. You might feel you get really kind of pinchy in the hip, and that's just the anatomical structure where the leg bone, the femur, is compressing into the ridge of the pelvis, the actual bone of the pelvis. So that's just a different, everyone's got slightly different angles there. So you just need to play around and find the spot where you can pull in. You don't get that jammy. All right. Okay, now from here, other leg goes out straight. Now, as you may have noticed, as I straighten my leg out, okay, my knee position changed a little bit here. Okay, so you're kind of moving in two directions. You're pushing the straight leg out and down, and then you're pulling the other knee into the hip, and I get a really good stretch in the front of the hip here. Some people it's all in the groin. Some people, they don't get a lot of stretch if they're really flexible in the hips. So it just depends. Hold and breathe. When in doubt, hold and breathe. Breathing in through the nose. Slow exhales. Okay, bring the knee back over the hip, and I'm going to roll the hip over. Turn the palm up towards the roof, and just let the hip move towards the floor where it wants to go. Don't force it, just let it go. Focus on that deep breath in and out. Okay, come back to the middle. Nice. Okay, a little micro bridge, so reposition yourself. Now going back into bridges, hands by your side. This time, as you roll up, bring your arms overhead so the back of your hands are on the floor. Then as you breathe out, roll down and return the hands by the side. So overhead arms bridge. And push it to the feet, squeeze the butt, roll up, breathing in. Breathing out, rolling down. See if you can time it so the hands kind of touch the floor as your butt touches the floor. Okay, do two more, roll up. Roll down. Roll up. And then roll back down. Love it. Now this one, up and hold, so bring it up. Now keep pushing into the heels, squeeze your butt. You can have your hands by your side, over your head in overhead arms position, or even bring them underneath and interlace the fingers underneath your lower back and push up.
Okay, hold and breathe, whichever position you're in. And then when you're ready, come on down. Okay. Take a little roll, take a little hug, and we're going to make your way up into the C position. We're going to go into a butt stretch. So roll up. So we were just strengthening the butt muscles with the bridge. So now we stretch it. So take your right leg out straight, hook your left leg over the top, sit up nice and tall, and then just pull the knee towards the opposite shoulder. Nice and tall. If you want to, then you can also add the twist. Hand comes behind, use his arm to lever it across, and look over your shoulder. Getting a little bit of a twisty twist going. This hand that's behind you, if you push into the floor, that lifts your chest up. Then as you exhale, rotate, look around. At the same time, pull your knee in. Good. Release, little counter twist, look over the other shoulder. Then we're going to do a bit of a hamstring stretch. So just bring that leg to the inner thigh, drop the knee out. Okay, lean forward, grab the foot. You can't grab the foot, hands on the shin, and just kind of put your hand underneath the shin and push down. That'll anchor you in. And then you're just kind of leaning forward, aim in the middle of the chest to the inner leg. As soon as you get a stretch coming up the leg here, hold and breathe. You want to take a little bit deeper, try to breathe your knees flat on the ground. So push down and hold that down. So use your quads here, keep them on. Keep pushing down as you're pulling yourself into the stretch. Very good. Release, come up. And let's do the other side. So switch the legs over. Left leg out straight. Hold your right knee in. So you can just hold this position, be nice and tall, hug your knee into your chest. You might get a right butt stretch there, just doing that. Next step, hook it out to the outside of the leg. So you're kind of going to push this heel into your leg as you sit up tall. And you might feel that stretch kicking straight away. Then you can add the twist if you like. Using that hand that's behind you, push into the floor as you breathe in with your chest up. Then as you exhale, create a rotation around the shoulder. Inhale, push into the hand, chest up. Exhale, twist. Okay, release. Hamstring stretch. Hand, foot into the thigh. You can sit up nice and tall. Okay, lean forward, hook the foot. Okay, push your knee down, lift the chest up. Now you can have the chest lifted so your back is relatively straight. Or if you want to fold forward, you tuck your chin and roll over the top. So you get more of a lower back stretch. Beautiful. Relax. Little counter pose here, guys. So what we do, bring the hands behind you. have the fingers kind of spread out and facing a little bit out to the side, or if you can, more towards the back. Okay, bend your knees, and then just press into the hands, lift your chest up, shoulders away from your ears, and you feel this kind of nice chest open up and coming down into the arms and biceps here. And if you want to go deeper, you can just kind of like scoot your butt forward, chest up. We can stay in fairly close. So you just adjust till you find the sweet spot, and you hold and breathe. Really good for your upper body posture. If you do a lot of driving, a lot of sitting, a lot of computer work, this stretch is a must do in my opinion. Okay, from here, now we go upper back. So we just wrap the hands around. So you can either come underneath the knees and grab your wrists, tuck into a bit of a ball, or grab your feet, tuck into a bit of a ball. You're just going to spread the shoulder blades apart. If you're grabbing your feet, just paddle your feet down a little bit, and you'll feel the stretch go deeper. If you're grabbing your hands, push your knees apart and resist. Good, relax, sit up nice and tall. Okay, and we can finish with a couple of slow, deep breaths, coming to a comfortable seated position. So whichever position you can be in so that you've got a tall spine. So just imagine you're growing tall from the crown of your head. At the same time, you can feel your sit bones on the floor. And when you do those two things combined, that typically just gives you a nice aligned posture. You can always just do a little adjustment if you need to. Now, when you breathe in, think growing tall. When you breathe out, think softening and relaxing. Okay. So on the inhale, lift your chest a little bit and grow tall. And then on your exhale, relax the chest and soften. And let the ribs kind of just float down to press down. So you're in a bit of a flexed or rounded posture. Yeah, not collapsed, just slightly flexed. And then on the inhale, as you grow tall, you just realign yourself, breathing in, nice tall posture. Belly comes out a little bit, chest lifts and expands. As you exhale, relax the chest, relax the ribs. Notice how the belly naturally draws in, the ribs naturally depress down, and you soften to a rounding kind of position, not a collapsed. Okay, now adding the arms, you breathe in, arms up. Breathe out, down. So you can start the arm movement from here. So as you're breathing in, the chest lifts and the shoulder starts to move. So the arm movement starts with the inhale here. So breathing in, as soon as you start to feel the heel lift, that's when you start to move your arms. Inhale. Exhale, relax, soften. And the arms just kind of float down on their own. As you soften, shoulders will move back down on their own. So movement led with the breath. Okay. Inhale. Exhale. Now, last part is when you're breathing in, your head's lifting up and your pelvic floor is descending and the sit bones are opening up a little bit. So it creates space because as you breathe in, the diaphragm pushes down and it pushes all your stomach contents downward. So the pelvic floor is going to catch that and it's going to eccentrically lengthen a little bit to facilitate that downward movement and support the abdominal contents. Then on the exhale, it's going to slightly contract and lift back up to its resting position. You don't suck it up, it just returns back to its normal position on the exhale. And then that softens. So then as the diaphragm moves back up, that returns the abdominal contents back to where it was previously. Okay. So on the inhale, think about opening the pelvic floor and then lifting the crown, and that creates space in the body to get more air into the lungs. Let's give it a go. Breathe in. Breathe out. Okay, that's the pattern mechanics of breathing. All right, so at the start of the class, we talked about using the abdominals on the exhale, particularly. It's building into that practice. So when you connect movement with breath and moving in the right direction that the spine is designed to move with the right muscles, then your movement quality changes dramatically, where everything is moving together in synergy and in coordination and harmony. And so everything becomes very smooth and linked, and there's effort, but there's effortlessness with it as well. And then lots of niggling injuries and mechanical kind of aches and pains you'll have after a while practicing will kind of just slightly disappear as you're starting to mobilize all the joints. Muscles are working in their kind of synergies correctly. Okay, force is distributed through the biomechanics of the spine correctly. And so there's no extra strain on the tissues, on the joints and the ligaments that are unnecessary. And in that way, you start to build up this really healthy and robust body, which moves really well. And then from that foundation, you can then start to do whatever you want, essentially. So you can maintain really healthy body that's designed, that moves the way it's designed, or if you want to layer in some fitness stuff on top of that, or some more challenging postures, you can, following the principles. And then, of course, there's always performance-based stuff. So if you want to compete or really challenge yourself. Okay. But the foundation on breathing is critical to get right. It's a skill. Once you've learned it, you'll have it for life, and then it's everywhere you go. All right. Thank you very much, and we'll catch you all in the next practice.